Okay, ladies, I'm back at you again. This is your girl, Lady C, Minister She, however you want to call it, God gift to life. I want to come on here on today and just give you a snippet of the bread of life. I just want y'all to be encouraged through this season. Like I said, I been very quiet with the things of God and the things that the way that God is moving in this season concerning some things pertaining to my life as well as ministry. And I wanted to come on here because I wanted to just really just talk just briefly, just talk about, not taking God for granted, just, being obedient in God. And I just want to talk about the joy of the Lord, just the way that God is just moving in this season. I gotten into a position this past week. God had put me in a position, and oh my God, when I was asked maybe about a month or two back to take an assignment, the Lord was telling me that assignments were coming. This one assignment I struggled. Oh my God, I just want to tell you just how God is just such a pillar to our lives. Like I just want to encourage you guys, choose ye this day who you will serve. Serving God, choosing God to be ruler over your life is the best decision, the best way to go. It's rewarding. It comes with a cost. It comes with a suffering. But I promise you, it's so rewarding, so refreshing when it comes to the matter of God. And so honestly, when God dropped in my spirit about blogging, I had the slightest clue what to say. But, as I was preparing throughout the morning and conversations with others, and the Lord just really, really just kind of gave me such a word. And, God just always tells us, that, everything that we do is by choice. It's never nothing somebody forces you to do. Everything that is done is always by choice, Like I believe in certain series of my life and my walk, God was always telling me faith is a choice. You can have faith or you don't have faith at all. Without faith, all things are impossible, but with faith all things are possible, because Philippians 4:13, it simply talks about I can do things through Christ that gives me strength. And God gives us strength, and I want to talk about that. I want to talk about just what that's like, where God gives us strength. And I just want a transparent moment. I wanted to talk about, that moment where I was asked for the assignment, and let me tell y'all, I told them, I'm ready. But the closer I got to the assignment to be fulfilled, I began to back out. I'm like, God, I don't think I can do this. And I'm just being so honest, y'all. I was like, God, I can't do this. Like, I said, God, I'm not faithful. You want me to go up there in front of these people and make a fool of myself? I'm not faithful. And I was not faithful. I just felt like I was not faithful with where I was. And, mine was, I was working a lot. I was doing other things and helping other people out, and I was avoiding the ministry. I was avoiding participating in the things that were required of me. But then yet, they still want me to come and preach this good word. And I just was like, God, I cried. I said, God, I just don't understand, because I can't validate this word, and I'm doing the complete opposite. And I got up last week, one night, in the middle of the night, the Lord spoke to me. He said, do not negate the process. And, he showed me, he said, you have what the people need to hear. Like, you got the word in your belly. Like, you have exactly what they need to hear. So, y'all, when I got to Sunday, I cried, I prayed, I fasted, and God said all of this is a part of the process. All of what you was dealing and feeling, the emotion and going through the groove of it was a part of the process. It was a part of the molding and the shifting that I was doing on the inside of you. See, God wanted me to stay girded even despite how it had looked in the natural. And so I began to just get to a place and I was like, okay, God, help me. So I started crying out to God. And through the midst of it, the Lord spoke. He said, just like I told Jeremiah, why not you? So, y'all, the theme for the service was the oil outpour. They said in the service they had something else, but they shortened it. And when I walked in and I was so nervous, and I was like, God, I normally don't have an issue with speaking in front of people. And so let me tell you how God is such a keeper. When you choose God, despite thereof, that God would keep you. And in the midst of it, I was Psalms 121 and Psalms 121 and 1. And I was like, he who dwells in the shadows of the Almighty shall abide in the shadows of his wings. I began to lift up my eyes up to the hills that where cometh my help, that my help comes from the Lord. I begin to quote Psalms 121. I began to lift my head up in the peak of the cloud, and I began to call on God. Just like the song say, when your power fall, when your name is called. And I began to call on God. And so God began to tell me right in the midst of me lifting my head, he said, daughter, every time your anxiety comes up, I need you to breathe. Take 3 deep breaths every time until you get ready to go up. Just keep taking deep breaths. So as I was walking to the pulpit, I was taking 3 deep breaths. Like God was just such the life coach for me. And as I ministered, my title was accepting the call of the oil. And I began to minister about the essence of accepting the call, the mantle on your life. And I said some things and I told them that, God will show you that your oil is needed, because what God has specifically handcrafted is in you is for those people, those nation of people that he will use you to touch, that he will use you to deliver. And so when I did, I preached the word. I gave the word. I did thus said the Lord. I gave the assignment. I did exactly what God had said. And once I did that, just lo and behold, just out of the blue, the Holy Spirit spoke again pertaining to where he was taking me. And so what I'm saying, y'all, while I was sitting in the midst of the service, we had 4 speakers. I was the first, and God was reminding me in that last week, what is first shall be last, what is last shall be, what is last shall be first, and what is first shall be last, is what I'm trying to say. And I was prophesied from my spiritual mother. She said, you're going to go first. And I was telling her how I was feeling. I went to her, I sought counsel on how I felt. And in the midst of it, God was dealing with me. And God said, didn't I tell you that everybody's not going to understand this place that you're in? Like you're in, it looked as if the place that you're standing in is a weird place, but it's not. It's a making place. And so, she spoke this. She said, you're going to go first. And it's so funny, they made the flyer and I was the first one. I was the first one that my pastor gave me the mic and said, you're going to, you go first. The second individual, when she spoke, so I'm going to give you the lineup, the power of God that really sits in, because it did something to me. The first message was accepting the call of the oil, and so that would be greatly yours truly, me. The second message was turning nothing into something. And so I'm telling you, I was struggling with accepting the assignment. And then I was struggling with, I didn't have anything to give. Who am I? See, I was focusing on, I was not faithful. I was not faithful. And then the third was, God was speaking to me through these women of God. The third was staying in position, staying in a posture, stay in the posture of the oil. And she, she gave, and it was something about the birthing canal, the birthing process. And so God spoke to me, stay in posture of the oil, of the assignment. And the fourth one was, why me, God? Why did you allow me to suffer the way that I suffer? Why did you allow me to go through what I went through? Because she didn't have a title, but this is what it was. Why me, God? And then God said, because I knew that you could. I knew that you had the ability to go through and go through the suffer. Now you can rewrite the narrative. So this is, and I'm going to repeat it again. And I want y'all to think about every four concepts that was preached on Sunday. You guys wasn't there, but the four concepts. The first one was accepting the oil, accepting the call of the oil. That means the calling in life, the mantle, the anointing, the grace of God that is on your life. The second was turning nothing into something. Don't think for a second that you are not worthy enough to give God word. It don't matter what you got going on in life, where you have been in your life, that you could not give a word to someone to help them come out of their Lodabar place. Okay? The third was staying in the posture of the oil, being able to withstand the test of time, despite what it looks like, despite, even if you got to go through a suffering, even if it costs you, stay in the posture of the oil. Stay in the midst of the assignment. What God said to me that night, do not negate the assignment, because what is on the inside of you is what the people need. God said, girt your loins even the more in me. Girt your loins even the more in me. And in the fourth, it said, why me, God? God told Jeremiah, and it's so funny how everything I preached with these women in the scriptures, they utilized it. It just all came together. God told Jeremiah, why not you, son? Why not you, daughter? Why not you? He said, he told Jeremiah, he said, look, check this out. I foreknew you before you were in the midst of your mother womb. Remember, I am the creator that created you. I am the creator that caused you. And so God told her, he said, the woman of God, he told her, he said, well, now, why not you? I knew you could handle the suffering. You could handle the cost. You can handle the oil. Everybody can handle the mantle of the oil. And God said to the woman of God, he said, now, daughter, you can rewrite the story. You could rewrite the narrative. And she could have gone and wrote a book. But she rewrote the narrative through the preaching of the word. And God was basically saying, now, you can rewrite the narrative to the story. You could rewrite the narrative to the story. And what God was simply saying through her, now you can go back and witness to those that were before you, once before you. You could go back and go and tell the people all about me. You can go back and tell them how I have gotten you out of your dry and weary land. That it was me that brought you out. Not man, not those that chose to help you, but it was me that included the people. It was me. Y'all, when I tell y'all, that thing that burned me up, it did something to me when the last one spoke. But all of what was said, it made so sense. It made so much sense to me because of what I know I need to do. Step out on faith. Step out on faith. Step out on faith. Mando rebe shandirio sanda. And I just want you guys to be encouraged. on what I thought I was not worthy to do that God said that I was. God gave me the assignment in my hand. And he said, daughter, you can do it because I created you for such a time as this. I want you to go and open up your mouth and tell them of the very thing that I have formulated in your belly. The things that I've created. And in the midst of it now, my mind is now, I'm crackling down, crying. And I'm like, okay, God, help me. Because I'm like really like, struggling. I wanted my mentor to be there. It was just a lot. And the Lord, and I kept looking for her because I thought, I just assumed the Holy Ghost, she was going to come. But God said, she's not coming. And so I'm going to tell you, God said, but I'm here and I will guide your every step. But God reminded me, he said, remember, you are the fruit of what she poured into you. You are the fruit that she poured into you're bearing the branch. You're bearing the oil of the branch that was outpoured into you. You can do it. You don't need an entourage of people to do the very thing that I'm calling you to do. You don't need an entourage of people that I'm called for you to do the very thing I called you to do. So y'all, be encouraged. I just want y'all to be so encouraged. Just blew my mind. Today Wednesday, y'all. Today Wednesday. God is just definitely doing amazing things in our lives and in this season. And God just wants us to position ourselves for greatness so that we can be everything that we need to be for Him. And here I was last night talking to my spiritual mom, my aunt, who's an apostle, and I was just like, Mom, I just feel like this and I feel like that. And she said, daughter, you think that it's going to be easy? It's not going to always be easy entering into the kingdom. And everybody ain't going to support your every move or everything that you're trying to do. She said, I need you to get that in your thought process. But like I said, let's revert back to Sunday. Totally different conversation. And God just dealt with my spirit today. He said, just step out and just trust me. I got you. I'm showing you that I will make the provisions for the things that I promised you, for the things that I had already said, spoken into your belly, that you're going to do great things in the earth realm and that you're going to make a foundation of difference in people's lives. And so I want to encourage you, you are the change. You are the foundation for those that need foundations level out in their lives. Be encouraged, y'all. I was so happy to blog this. I had a different blog, and I was laughing with my stylist, and I look cute. She took, let me say, I looked busted before I went in there, but I looked fly today, okay? I came out looking good, trusting God, having faith that He would just do exactly what He spoke in my spirit, and He did just that. So my next vlog will definitely be what my stylist and I talked about. So be encouraged, you guys. We're gonna be picking back up in June. God just wanted me to refurbish my thoughts because it's been a bit a rough month for me with work, ministry. It's just a lot. So that doesn't stop ministry. That doesn't stop delivering people from their way of life. So I want you to be encouraged. Know that I love you. May God be with you. May God add a blessing to your day. And I I pray that these laws bless y'all, and then I do need to send them out. So God bless you.